And I'm with all the BS. Or Hollywood BS. Oh, yes, yeah.
Man, I don't even know where to fucking start. This was my moment. I remember getting the audition for Straight Outta Compton, right? And the first thing I could think was, I don't even fucking look like Eazy, not even a little bit, right? And most of these movies are cool as a motherfucker. You gotta hit the mark with stuff like this, you know? But then my agent's like, nah, Ice Cube's involved, Dr. Dre's involved, Universal is involved. So I'm like, you know, all right, you know, this could be something, right? So then I get the sides. The sides are like the piece of the script that you use for your audition to put on camera, right? Normally it's like 2 scenes. This is 5 whole ass scene. I'm like, all right, but it's cool. You know, this is my chance to unpeel the onion. You know what I mean? And let them know I'm a 17-layer cake. You know what I'm saying? This is my Odell Beckham moment. I'm like, throw me the ball. You know what I mean? So like, I'm getting it together. I'm going over the lines. I'm like rapping NWA songs, you know, cause I got this thing in my head. Like once I start going over the line, I can't stop thinking about it. You know what I mean? So I'm literally at work as a cook, working on the line, going over my lines, you know, talking to myself. People looking like, this nigga is crazy, right? So the casting director that I had to read with was this lady named Megan Lewis, right? And I don't know if you ever met anybody from Boston, but she is like super fucking Boston, just stone faced, right? And I read with this lady maybe 15 or 20 times and got absolutely nothing. Not an email like, oh, Jason, you did a good job. None of that. I mean, the first 10 times, I don't even think she shook my hand. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you know what? Cool. This is my time. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna do my shit, right? I go in there full Eazy-E. Wig, hat, sunglasses, everything. You know what I mean? I walk in and somebody go, there go Eazy right there. And the dude who said it, he know I'm not lying. But I walk in, you know, and I'm just pacing the floor. Everybody else sitting down and I'm just pacing, right? So I get in the room with Megan and she's like, that's cute, but you can't audition like that. I'm like, okay. And she was like, yeah, but I'll take a picture and, you know, let them know that you went for it, but you gotta take all that off to audition. So I'm like, all right. So now I'm like low-key scared. My heart just do, right? We do these 5 scenes and the last scene is the hospital scene where I gotta like cry and all of that shit, right? I get through it and all I'm thinking in my head is like, you did your shit. You did your big one, you know? But like tears are running down my face. Megan's just like, breathe. And then butterflies just start coming, right? So I just bust out laughing. She busts out laughing. I open my eyes, she crying. We stand up, double high five each other. She walked me to my car. I'm like, this is not the Megan Lewis that I know. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to Megan, right? So she walks me to my car and shit, and she tells me like, great job, I think this is gonna be great. But then I hear nothing. Crickets. For like 30 days, right? So I'm thinking like, well, I gave it my best shot, but I don't know, you know, like, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe that somebody more famous got it, or like, I don't know, I was hearing all kind of rumors that the kids wanted to play the roles. I didn't know what had happened. But little did I know I was like number 7,001. They literally did like a global search to find these new faces at NWA. I finally get this call from my agent and she's like, Jason, they need you to come to LA tomorrow. And I'm like, well, the way my bank account set up, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just go to LA for the callback because the callback, you could still potentially not get the role. So I'm not really trying to do that on my own dime for them people to still tell me no, right? And she was like, all right, well, we'll see what we can do. So they call me back in like 30 minutes and they like, well, F. Gary Gray wants to Skype with you. This was before Zoom was even a thing, right? So you know, my internet at the crib a little bit sketchy. So I called Megan up, I'm like, listen, I need to come back to the office, you know, and do my audition. And she was like, great, that's fine. I really want you to get this, like, I believe in you, right? So we go there, we got the hardwire fiber internet. And you know, on Zoom, you can only see like, just this, you know what I mean? You can see somebody neck up. You lucky if you get shoulders, right? I'm going through all these scenes with Gary and he's giving me different perspectives and just all kind of different notes. Like, it was 1 hour and 17 minutes. I'm not even gonna pretend like I don't know how long it was, right? But the irony is, we get to this last scene, again, crying, and he's telling me, just breathe. Just breathe. So now it's funny to me again, right? And I'm really, really trying to hold it because I'm thinking in my head, like, nigga, you just fucked it up. Nigga, in my head, I'm like, you know what I mean? But he's like, just breathe, relax. And then I just bust out laughing. Then I heard like 10 other voices bust out laughing and his head is going back and forth like, he's good, right? He's good, right? Like still to this day, I don't know who was in that room. You know what I mean? And I booked that thing right over Skype, but I never actually heard the words. You booked it, which was some bullshit. You like that? You wanna see more videos like that? I mean, you can watch this one right here, or you could just, you know, like, subscribe. Where the subscribe button at? It's somewhere. Do it, okay? Like, share, subscribe, and then watch the next video. I'm gonna holler at you.